Ald Redaynia is an isolated Velothi tower found on the northern islands of Sheogorad. Despite having little significance on the surface, Ald Redaynia is a historical settlement, dating back as far as the Merethic era. The site that would be Ald Redaynia was discovered in the Middle Merethic era, when Aldmer explorers mapped out the coasts of Vardenfell and established wizard towers across the coast. A tower was erected at Ald Redaynia, as well as places such as Balfell and Tel Mora. Velothi towers are dotted in odd, unexpected, out-of-the-way places around Morrowind. There are a dozen towers of the ancient Velothi people. As of 3E427, many of them functioned as strongholds for Telvanni mages. For an unspecified amount of time, Ald Redaynia had hosted a remote fishing village, being one of the two found on the islands of Sheogorad, the other being Dagon Fell to the east. A war wizard lived on the top level of Ald Redaynia and wielded the Vampiric Ring, an ancient artifact of immense evil created by a cult of vampires. The Vampiric Ring is said to have the power to steal its victim's health and grant it to the wearer. Its exact nature and origin is wholly unknown, but it's thought to have been created long ago in Morrowind by a cult of vampire followers. It is extremely rare and is only seen every few hundred cycles of the moons. The war wizard of Ald Redaynia eventually passed away, and his skeleton continued to live on in the tower, guarding the Bittercup, which is an artifact sacred to Clavicus Vile, the Daedric Prince of Bargains. Drinking from the Bittercup has brought out the best and the worst in people throughout history. In 3E397, the Ashlanders had discovered a baby on the shores of Ald Redaynia, whom they believed was the Nerevar incarnate. The Dunmer was named Peakstar, and she attempted to fulfill the Nerevarine prophecy, but later died at the hands of an ash vampire. She became the last known failed incarnate, and her spirit went to the Cavern of the Incarnate with the others. Ald Redaynia is a Velothi tower with lots of interesting history and magical items. These Velothi towers were built in the Merethic era. There are 12 such towers in the game. Once upon a time, there was a fishing village at Ald Redaynia, but by 3E427, there were no traces of any civilization. You will only find the undead. The Vampire Ring is unique and rare enchantment. Draining the health and fatigue of your opponent and boosting your stats is incredibly powerful. Essentially, it's a powerful custom mysticism spell enchanted in a ring. This ring can be very useful when fighting advanced enemies. The Bittercup will permanently increase one's highest attribute by 20 points and decrease the lowest attribute by 20 points. Take care and observe which attributes will get affected before drinking from it. It is unfortunate that you cannot explore Ald Redaynia in ESO. It can be seen from the shoreline of Vardenfell Island. Finally, we have a nice story of a failed Nerevarine named Peakstar, who we will meet in the Morrowind main quest. I thought this was a fascinating point of interest to explore. You have history, the undead, a powerful ring, a skeleton war wizard, and the mysterious Bittercup. Next time you are in the Sheogorad area, do consider visiting Ald Redaynia.